Okay guys, so this is the video I'm recording after I finish my tutorial, after I finish sculpting, and I just want you to introduce into the series. And yeah, this is the end result of what I sculpted and what I will be teaching you. And I just want to say that this will be some sort of live tutorial, because I didn't prepare before I do a tutorial, so I didn't sculpt the face of the girl before the tutorial. I just went straight into sculpting it by using references, and this is how it turned out. And I know it looks quite good, but I just want you to know that I had a lot of struggles and I changed a lot of stuff. I struggled a lot, and it took a lot of time to get to this point, but I recorded everything and I explained everything, my problems, etc. So if you want to follow along and listen to my problems and to see how I struggle and learn from this, it's a good video to watch. But otherwise, don't watch it if you prefer to do everything good at the beginning. I don't know how to say it in English, but you will see me struggle. So if you don't want to see it, just watch other tutorials. But otherwise, enjoy the course. See you guys, and goodbye. Okay guys, so welcome to another tutorial series, and in this series we will create a female face. Yeah, and it was highly requested by my viewers, and I mean by one person. And yeah, I will do it because I'm also interested in doing this, and I want to try the new techniques, and we'll see how will it go. So this time I use several references, and I will link them in the description. And also I do not know how this woman will turn out, but I will do a summary at the end, and yeah, we will see. And also I'm planning to make a programming tutorial, like how to make a game, and basically we'll make a tic-tac-toe clone. And I hope you will enjoy it, or at least my other viewers, or someone that will find it, because I also want to incorporate the programming part into my channel, because I want my channel to be very diverse and not only the art stuff, and also the practical side of making games, of programming side. Okay, so we can start. So I don't know still how long will this last, but we can start and we will see. I will try to keep it under 1 hour. No, 1 hour is too small. Under 1.5 hours, and I will try to make it similar to the previous part. Okay, so let's start. So let's delete this sphere, let's add the cube, let's subdivide it 2 times, like always, or maybe 3 times, I don't know. Nah, let's subdivide it 2 times, like always, and apply. Go to sculpting view, and let's see. Now I use a grab brush to place, to shape the head, and this will be more stylized character because I like stylized characters. So she'll be very stylized, quite stylized, but she'll follow the realistic rules of the anatomy. Okay, so here we have the basic head, and I want her to be not that round, and I want the chin to be quite pointy, like this, so she will be quite slim on the chin. And now I have to pull this more to the front. Okay, this will be the basic head. Let's save the file. Let's call it female face tutorial, and let's save the file. Okay, so I'll try the different approach a bit. Like I watched some Jan Sculpt's video and Danny Mac. If you don't know who they are, I'll link them in the description because they are super nice tutors, like really good sculptors. And yeah, I learned something from them. So let's change the detailing to constant detail. Let's pick the resolution. Maybe let's change it to 10. Let's see how. Okay, it's okay, I think. So we can use the Sculpt draw brush to mark the eyes. So they will be somewhere in the middle. Here. It's okay, like this. Oh, she looked very angry. Okay, so one thing I learned from Jan Sculpt is that the area for the mouth, the way I used to do it is I use the crease brush and I like mark where the lips should be. But he, like not always, but sometimes I think, he always add this like additional layer of muscles before doing this. And I will also do it because the lips are always going outwards, and the way I used to do it, I was creasing it and then I was pulling it out. And now if we add like the layer of muscles first and then we crease it, then we would not have to pull it out that much. Okay, so I will add just the basic layer with the clay strips, and I will use the crease brush to delete the area under the eye, so it will go more inwards. And now I use the crease brush to delete it even more here, and the nose area, like this. Okay, and now we can add some cheekbones, like here with the crease brush, and smooth it out. And also let's delete the area here, because this is the area where you have this small indent into your skull, like this. Okay, like very small, very subtle, like it's barely not noticeable, but it's there. Okay, so now we can go to the side view. We can pull the eyes more to the back, like this side more to the back, like this, and also this part of the nose more to the back, like this. And yeah, maybe it looks awful for now, but we'll change it. And let's flatten this a bit. And okay, it's looking it's looking okay. So we can pull this part more up so she doesn't look so angry, or this more to the side, I think. Okay, and now we can add like the basic landmark of the lip. So it should be here. She will be smiling like this. Yeah, as you can see, she's smiling. Very, very beautiful. And just leave it for now. And also here we can add the crease that is splitting the mouth with the nose, like this. And this is her for now. Okay, and we can detail flat fill, but remember to save the file first. Okay, it worked. And now we can smooth everything out to see the detail. And the forehead also. Okay, this looks more like a monkey than a girl, but stay with me, guys. let's go to the side. Let's pull the corner of the mouth more back, like this, and then we will have to separate the nose with the mouth. So let's use the crease brush and let's crease it here, like this, and let's use the crease brush, separate it like this, and now oh, this looks very bad. Let's use the Sculpt Draw to add the nose. Okay, now it starts to look more like a girl. Let's move this part. Okay, and now we can go to the higher detail, but first maybe let's add an eye. So go back to object mode and let's add the UV sphere. Let's subdivide it 2 times and let's shade it smooth. Now we can scale it down, move it to the one part of the eye. Let's add the mirror modifier. Where is it? Here. Let's select the mesh that we want to mirror it, and let's scale it down like this and make it sit more to the eye, like this, more to the middle, like this. Okay, she's looking somehow like a human. Now we can go back to object sculpt mode, and let's enable line topo. Let's change the resolution to be 20 right now because I think we can't add more detail. And let's keep sculpting. So first thing I want to do is pull this more to the back, even more. So she will be very stylized. And now let's add even more cheekbone, like this. Let's smooth this out. Let's draw over the lids and let's smooth them, and the nose also, and let's smooth it, and this part also. And now we can add the hole on the nose, so use the Sculpt Draw brush and add the hole like this. Let's use the crease brush to separate it better on this corner. And here we should add a crease also to make this nose triangle thing, because you have those 2 parts on the side of the nose. And maybe let's move it a bit like this. Okay, it's looking fine. We can further define the lips, so there will be something like this. And let's smooth the upper lip. I will zoom for you. And yeah, I think it's okay for now. Let's crease this part and the corners of the mouth, so they will go down like this. I promise you guys, she will be smiling at the end. Okay, it's looking awful for now, but we don't know what to do now. Okay, let's move this part. Let's add some more clay strip here and on the bottom here. And I want to add the neck now because it will help me a lot to later sculpt the head. So let's mark where the neck should be. It should be somewhere like here. And now let's go to the mask tool. Let's mask this part. Let's invert it by clicking Ctrl I, and let's go to snake hook brush. Or this time I will use the grab brush. So use the grab brush and grab it down like this, and we can adjust it even more further like this. And from the front, this will be more to the side like this, and the neck let's see, I think it should be a bit slimmer here on the top, but we can do it now because there's a mask. So let's click Alt M to delete the mask, and we can pull this part more to the center. And now we can smooth it out, but we first have to draw over it to add more polygons. Okay, and it can stay like this for now. We'll adjust it later. Okay, so now I want to specify her cheek line. No, it's not cheek line, it's jawline. And we'll draw a crease brush over here, and we'll define it where it should end. Somewhere here. And now let's use the clay strip brush, and let's delete the geometry here, so you can see the clear separation between her jawline and the neck. So now we can smooth this a bit, and also here, and from the bottom we can also smooth it out. This looks a bit weird, so let's smooth it out. Let's add some more geometry to make this connection look more natural. And let's see from the side. Okay, I want to pull this part more down, like this, so this will be more sharp, and more backward like this. Okay, it's looking fine. It's not bad, it's looking fine. Now let's add an area for the eyebrows. So let's use the clay strip brush, and let's delete this area above the eye. And eyebrows should be around here. I think her skull is too small, so we'll bring everything down. So let's bring the eyebrows down, because I like the shape of her head. Like, this is quite square, so I'll make everything closer to each other. So I hope she will look more cute thanks to that. So let's make this part more up, and let's crease it even more with crease brush here, like this. Okay, now let's use the crease brush to crease it below the eye. Let's see from the side. Okay, I'll smooth this part. Okay, she's looking okay. And we can add the eyelashes. So use the Sculpt draw brush to add the eyelash. So I draw it over several times. And it looks awful for now, but it always is looking awful at the beginning, but then it will look better. So now let's add also it's an eyelid from below. So again, crease brush, and this bottom eyelid is smaller, but it is visible, not that much. Then we will smooth this part, but there is an eyelid there. Okay, so as you can see, we have hair. Let's make this more circular, like this, and she starts to look more like a girl, and that's a good thing. Maybe I think I will pull this more down, so she will look more sharper. And let me check the other reference, because I've looked at one artist that is very cool looking, like he has a very cool artworks. Okay, so this will be quite pointy, and I will bring this part down, so so it will not be that high. And also this part down. And let's see how it looks from the front. Maybe this more to the middle, and it's looking okay now. I think we can smooth the forehead, but first let's add geometry there. And let me guys check if this is recording. Okay, I'm so lucky it's recording with the voice, because I thought it's recording without. Okay, so let's continue. I think the front view is okay for now, but the side view is not so great. So we can check the side view now. Let's see what we can improve. So I see that her eyes are too high from the side. That it looks very weird, the transition from the forehead to the eye. So I will just bring it down like this. But now she looks quite sad, but I'll try to bring it down. And also I will change it from the front, so this part will go down also. And you can really make a lot of expressions by just adjusting the eye. So if this part, like right part, is down, let me show it, she will look quite sad if this is down. But if the center part is more down, she looks more angry. So I will try to keep it quite horizontal. Maybe I will change it later. But now after I place it down, we can smooth this part a bit and the cheekbone part a bit, so it doesn't look so sharp. Let's move this up a bit, and it's okay for now. Let's crease it here, and let's smooth it out here, and also here, so her cheekbones are not that visible. Okay, so now we can smooth this part, and we can delete this part under the cheekbone, so her cheekbones will be more visible, and she will look a bit slimmer thanks to that. Oh, you can see it here, that her cheekbones is visible and it's not blending with this part. And we can smooth this part. Now let's see what else can we do. I think I will add an ear for her. So let's first draw over here with the clay strip to add the geometry, and also from the back. And I see what's the problem from the side view now. So let's go to the side view. Her skull is too small, so I'll grab her skull and pull it more to the back like this, and also maybe I'll pull this part more to the up and smooth it out, because you can see that it's not that smooth. And maybe here also a bit. Okay, now it's quite round, and the neck I can pull to the center more. And let's pull this down so the transition is better. And yeah, I think this is looking correctly, or at least fine for now. Let's move this. Okay, I will smooth also here. Okay guys, so I forgot to split the parts. Okay, so I'll do it later. Let's check the time. Okay, I think I will go further, and I will split this later in the editing process. So let's save the file and let's add the ear, and then I'll end it. Okay, so let's add the ear. So let's go to object mode and let's add the cube modifier, cube. Let's subdivide it 2 times. Let's add the mirror modifier. Let's select our head and let's move one to the right, and now we can scale it down. And let's first apply the subdivision surface modifier. Let's move this to the part where the ear should be, so it should be somewhere here, like this. We can scale it up to match the nose and the eyebrow area, like this, and we can scale it on the X. Let's move it more to the center, and let's go to the top view and let's rotate it so it goes outwards like this. And also from the front view, let's rotate it more to the right, so it will tilt a little bit. And now we can go to sculpt mode and let's use the grab brush to adjust it even more. You can see that the left side disappeared, but when you will go back to the object mode, it will be visible again. So this I want more up, this I want to be here. I just want this shape like most of the people have. This I will bring down like this, and maybe I'll make this quite flat, like this part flat. So I will use the scrape brush. Where is it? Here. And I will flatten this part like this. So now it's quite flat. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite flat. And yeah, and this part I don't want to be flat. And I noticed that we have a mirror modifier on. So it will mirror it. So let's disable mirror modifier and then use the clay strip brush to add the layer here, so it will be more round. And yeah, I think it's looking fine for now. Let's use the grab brush a bit and let's pull this part more to the front, this like up a bit, and let's see from the front view. It's quite sharp here, so I don't want that sharpness. So I think I will change it in the sculpting later. So now go re-enable mirror first, because we will forget about it, and go back to object mode. But now we can save the file, and yeah, I'll see you in the next part, in which we will add some more details. So goodbye.